Good afternoon. So I just have 11 slides. I'm going to run through them as quickly as possible so you guys can pause whenever you want if you want to take additional notes. So the first thing is symbolism, which is the use of symbols to signify ideas and qualities by giving them symbolic meanings that are different from their literal sense. Examples: dove is a symbol of peace, a red rose symbolizes love or romance. Next one is dialect, which is the language used by the people of a specific area, class, district, or any other group of people. An example we've seen so far this year is in the poem From Mother to Son, where the narrator says, "Eyes still climbin'." And of course, another very popular example of dialect would be y'all, which is commonly found in the southern United States. Next is characterization, which is used step by step in literature to highlight and explain the details about a character in a story. There's two types. Direct, which uses another character, narrator, or the protagonist to tell readers or audience about the subject. There's also indirect, in which you figure out character traits by action. So I could say Jonathan's a terrible person because he just is, but then he pushes someone down the stairs and you see that he's terrible. Types of characters. We have static, they do not change over the course of a story, and dynamic, those change over the course of a story. Two very popular examples: Homer Simpson from the wonderful TV show The Simpsons, which isn't so wonderful anymore. He does the same thing in all 300 episodes. Darth Vader's dynamic because he goes from lovable little boy to evil villain to redeemed father figure at the very end. Personification, something you guys should be relatively familiar with, a figure of speech in which a thing, an idea, or an animal is given human attributes. We do this probably a lot more than we realize. Examples here: my car's a beauty, ain't she? Well, your car isn't a female, so she's not a... You get the idea. Yeah. Time waits for no one. Time cannot wait. Conflict. Two types. External and internal. External is when a character finds him or herself in a struggle with outside forces, and internal are the internal conflicts, usually good versus evil. So two examples here: two people who constantly try to get each other in trouble, external conflicts. But the internal conflict is one person struggles to get them back, or just let it go and move on. Theme. Now this is important because we differentiate between theme and message here. But theme is a main idea or underlining meaning of a literary work, and it can be direct or indirectly stated. And examples of themes, usually 1 to 2 words. Love in Romeo and Juliet, war, All Quiet on the Western Front, great novel, and loyalty, which we saw in The Outsiders. Message is different. Here's the explanation. The message is the longer statement of the author's beliefs on a theme. For example, it's always best to tell the truth. That's the message. So the theme would be honesty. Don't judge someone before you get to know them. That's the message. A theme, prejudice. You see the difference? Message is the longer version, and the theme is just a very concise summary, 1 to 2 words. An allusion. We've talked about these quite a bit, but they are brief and indirect references to people, places, things, or ideas of cultural, literary, or political significance. I mentioned in The Outsiders, Ponyboy references Great Expectations with the expectation that we know what that book is. And people often say, "Stay golden, Ponyboy," and that is a direct reference to The Outsiders. So it's a very popular allusion. Metaphor. You guys are pros at this, but just for the sake of doing it. A resemblance of two contradictory or different objects is made on a single or some common characteristics. For example, writing music is an onion parfait. That's a story I'll tell you one day. And the second, America is a great melting pot. America is not a melting pot, it's a country. It's a metaphor. Similarly, draws a resemblance with the help of words like or as. Therefore, it is a direct comparison, whereas the metaphor is indirect. The soldier is as brave as a lion, or probably one of the most famous similes of all time. Life is like a box of chocolates from the movie Forrest Gump.